Hello, Musto0063 here. Happy 2015. And I'm going to be tackling what's fast becoming one of my favourite I Want to Be games in the series. I Want to Be the Sublime, as you can see. But this time I'm not alone. I've got someone coming along for the ride. So in true classic 90s game show style, who are you? What do you do for a living?
My name's Liam. I created this game, which Musto is playing, and I'm a student.
Nicely introduced. So, you've very recently released a kind of version. So this is kind of you've just kind of released one that's kind of fixed a couple of bugs and things.
Yeah, pretty much. It was only a minor update, to be honest. I'm kind of working on a new path. I've been quite busy with university, so I haven't really had a chance to before. But yeah, over the holidays, might be able to get a little bit more done.
Excellent. So you fixed an awful lot, but not this.
Not what, sorry? Oh, my grammar.
Not your spelling.
Come on, you've only just pointed that out to me.
Okay, I won't be so cruel on that. Okay, well, that's kind of probably enough little housekeeping things. So, yeah, so this is becoming one of my favourite kind of games. And obviously it's not finished at the moment, but I'll kind of be tackling what's there at the moment. So, let's kick things off. And start off with a very kind of trippy world. And, no, we're not going to go over there. We're going to go to the right.
Well, you were going for very hard then.
Hang on a second, everyone. The game has kind of the window direction has changed. So hang on a second. I'm going to have to reset that. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. That should have fixed the window issue. So hopefully it's all there in its entirety. So yeah, I'm going to be kind of playing this on hard, and yeah, it's going to be a hell of a thing. So
it's not advised, by the way.
Okay, so I guess I have been given free rein to kind of point out a few things. So I'm going to be trying to doing this as 100% as near I can for what's there. So I will be going for all the eye blocks and all the secret items which are in this game. And there are some clues kind of hidden around to where the secret items are. So this is one, by the way, that I completely missed, but Liam was nice enough to point out to me. So I don't know if my mouse cursor is appearing on screen. Hopefully it is, or this is going to be completely useless. But there are some words up at the top right area of the map. And that's a clue to where one of the eye blocks is hidden on path 2. So hang on a second as I jump over this. Do I want to show that off? Yeah, so there we go. You were evil enough to put a invisible floor, or no floor there, so we'd all fall down. So maybe I should just briefly explain the clue thing. So basically there are 4 paths in the game to date anyway, and the clues that you kind of find, if indeed there are any in path 1, lead to eye blocks in path 2, and path 2 ones lead to ones in path 2 clues, lead to eye blocks in path 1, and the same with 3 and 4. So you've been rather clever in hiding all these things away.
Maybe. This one's a bit mean.
Yes. Right. What I'm going to point out that question mark block up there as well. I'm going to have kind of like 2 goes at trying to do it now while we're kind of playing the game here. I'll also point out that invisible floor there. So yeah, I'm not going to save for the moment because I'm going to try and have 2 goes at least trying to get that question mark block here and actually show it off. If I can't do it here, there's another invisible floor, by the way, and a trigger. Very nice of you, Liam. But yeah, if I can't do it, I'll show it off in a later one. I'm not going to waste oodles of time on that for the moment. And I'm also not going to show off for the time being what happens if I go for that eye block at the moment. It would seem like it's the obvious thing to do, but no. And if I was playing this on normal, I would also get the wuss save, which is here. But of course, since I'm playing this on hard for some reason, I am not going to. Well, there is no wuss save there. So if I can let's see if I can pull this off. That'll be a no.
That's a very.
Okay. on that note, I will try again when we've kind of finished going over here, and if I can't do it after the second go, yeah, I will show it off in a second one. So yeah, not terribly crucial that question mark block, but oh, actually now I've died. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we can stop dying on that. Let's go after a secret. And what the idea here is, my voice might be going slightly differently here, by the way, because I'm kind of like shoving my face right up in front of the computer monitor in order to see a bit clearer what's going on. And having got to the first save with about almost no deaths, I'm now incredibly disappointed by the number of deaths I'm experiencing. This is this is far less woe for professional than I thought. I'll address what made me say whoa there a bit later, because that's one of my bugbears about this game, actually.
Oh, is that the audio thing?
It's yes, your audio thing, whereby the gap in when the audio breaks, it all of a sudden kind of lags the thing. Nice little trick there, by the way, and actually that wasn't too bad for the secret, so yay. But yeah, the audio breaking off is just kind of, it lags the game, and you end up getting stuck on a movement that you really don't want, so it's really irritating. But here's the first secret, and what on earth inspired you for this?
Gosh, no. When I first started making Sublime, me and my old friend used to have a lot of kind of inside jokes about things, and a while ago we came across something on, I think it was YTMND, and it was just this screen with pictures of the secret item over there as the backdrop, and this music playing. So, to be honest, this was created really as something that I had intended to show a friend, as just kind of as a tribute, really. But of course, divorced of that, it's become this thing in its own right.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's certainly one of the. Well, I'd hope it's one of the easiest ones to get. And my technique for doing this is, if I can get that bit right, is to kind of hit the save in the kind of mid-air and then drop down. Because you see, well, if I didn't miss the really easy jump there, you see that the timing just seems to work out pretty perfectly, as I can screw up the jump again, for you to land on the platform. So let's not be an idiot this time. And I kind of lucked out on that reasonably quickly. So yay! I got the secret item with the TNT blowing up. So yay! Cupcake item obtained. And if I hit the save, maybe I'll just explain what was going on there. As I reached this area, I jumped up to the right, and around here there was a TNT block. There's only about 3 seconds or so till that blows up, and there was a green and red coloured section. I think it's green and red, correct me if I'm wrong, Liam, but my colour recognition, as you probably know now by now, is terrible.
That's good.
And I have to shit the... well, there's my first swear word accidentally. I've broken my no swearing. Wow, completely accidentally, unbelievable. I have to hit the green one as it's going by, and it can be a little bit tricky actually. So yeah, when you hit the green one, the blocks go away and you can progress through. I can't believe I just said that.
That's cool.
Oh dear, right. And I have to go down here. I don't have to hit all those blocks anyway, I don't believe, but hitting the middle one, I think, gets rid of the block that was in the way here. As you see, this block here blocking my path. So that's it, we're done. And just to be on the really safe side, because I don't feel like screwing up. There's my little item, by the way. Since I don't feel like screwing up this jump and accidentally falling in the pit, I wouldn't have done that coming from the other direction because I was already over the pit, but that's what could have happened.
Although the secret items do autosave.
Yes, and I would have gone back. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to go back to the.
The cupcake room.
Yeah, the cupcake room. So. See, now I've died and I'm at the beginning. I deliberately kind of doing this so I kind of go off screen again, and now the question mark's back. So I will piddle about for a little while doing this. Obviously, once I've got to a certain point, I'll obviously stop doing that. But since I'm kind of like dying, well, I'll probably do it up to the point where I hit the save at the top, with the car going back and forth. And if I get to that point and then I die, then I'll abandon my pursuit to hit this question mark block. But since I'm still so far at the beginning of the stage, I don't think this is too much of a time waster.
Mm.
Well, let me know if this gets too boring.
I think that diagonal jump that you're dying at is probably the only really challenging part of this first section, except for maybe that little bit at the top with the car is. I mean, in terms of going through this without dying, those tend to be the sections that trip me up.
Mm. There's a wuss save. Oh, let me hurry. So I don't miss a platform. There's a wuss save kind of like to the left of that. That's bad. Oh, well, I can point it out now when I get to it. But yeah, use the cross kind of shaped block with the 4 spikes sticking out. Ordinarily, there would be a wuss save above and to the left of it. But yeah, I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But since in theory we're only like on like the first, second screen, it's not too difficult. So, although this thing is random, so I tend to like to stand over here. But that thing, it was kind of cooperative there, where it kind of dropped away to the left. But that could drop to the right, and it could be drop right on your head and be really irritating.
I think you do have ample time to respond to it, mind.
Yeah, so if I screw up now, I'm not going to bother with it, but I will show it off later.
Okay.
Right, provided the music doesn't screw me, which it might do, because it's coming. Oh, I thought it was going to come to an end there. Okay, and in here. Otherwise, the spikes will rise up. Okay, I got the clue.
Very nicely done.
Where amanitars fly. I'll come back to that and talk about that when it's of more relevance. But yes, since there we are. I got the secret, so I'll point that out. I'll show what happens there again if you whoops. Yeah, if you just try going straight down. Whoops, that was terrible. I do love the honking, the honking sound that you kind of put in there if you if you run into the car.
No, it had to be done.
I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible because on select occasions it is enough to crash Windows 8, which is really irritating. So let me just point out, why I went through that secret passage in order to get to the secret item, and indeed the eye block that I'm now going to go for. Actually, before I do that. Well, let me get to the bit with the car. I'm going to point this out once, and then I never ever want to see the screen again. This is the scourge of every I want to be the Sublime player. Really freaking annoying screen. Not because if I ever go into it again, I'm just going to wait for whatever happens to happen, but the number of times you accidentally jump off the top of the screen and get screwed is unbelievable. Yeah, you don't really ever want to jump off the top of the screen, or that's liable to happen.
Oh, got a room caption there.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, well, I was going to mess that up. You have some very fast triggers in here.
Yeah, I didn't realise before kind of the speed of some of them, but yeah, they're quite fast.
Ugh.
Not as fast as the one in the one before the Ninja Carrot room, though.
No. Although I never noticed how fast that was until you pointed it out. In fact, it passed me by before it was that quick. I was probably just automatically jumping or doing something that was kind of automatic, or was kind of like that was already avoiding it. But whoops! Once you'd pointed it out. In case you're wondering why I messed up there, that was the music. Although I didn't die, fortunately. But no, I kind of like didn't even notice it really until you pointed it out.
I think John did the same.
Ugh. Okay, well, nice little divergence while that's going on. Hey, look, my death counts at my number.
Now you have to
Sure, it won't stay there for long. Although it would be really good if I got this go. Okay, so yeah, that spike there triggers up, so that's kind of annoying. Right, let's see if we can get the timing on this. Yay!
Very nicely done.
You pretty much have to die to get it, but I really don't care. That's one eye block out of possible, at the moment, 16 down. And now we can finally be done with this screen. I feel like we've seen far too much of it. Although, as probably first screens go, I guess the map screen is the first one, but yeah, it's not it's not too difficult yet. Yeah. You were evil enough to do that.
Yep.
And why?
There's a much easier way to dodge that.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably just walk along the floor, I guess. But I'm kind of showboating's the wrong word, but yeah.
There you go.
Okay, and now I'm going to save here. Thankfully, that saves there. And you can see another eye block down the bottom, but we can't get that yet. There's a long, long way we need to go before we can get anywhere near that. And that's a lovely little jump, although I did it quite quickly. I'm quite pleased with that.
Okay, looks worse than it is.
Yeah, probably. Okay, another screen done. We'll come back for that eye block later. We've not finished with that. Did you change this? I swear those weren't all there. Though there weren't that many gate jumps. I'm gonna have to move, otherwise I'm gonna die. But we'll see it again in a moment. Is that different?
Nope, that's exactly as it was.
I swear there weren't that many gate jumps. Oh, anyway, since I've beaten it, I should explain this screen.
Oh, you got another room caption as well.
Yep. So what you need to do when you beat that one is, you jump into it and then you kind of jump off the screen, off the top. So no death note this time. But yeah, you need to be really quick about that. Okay, that was dreadful. And here's probably one of the ones, probably the ones was save on path 1 that I'm kind of wishing was here. So there would ordinarily be a was save here. I don't want to demonstrate, but if you try going in this area from the left-hand side, there are spikes there, or something, and you die. Spikes, is it?
Yeah, it's a spike.
Or birthday candles?
I think that's what John called them, wasn't it?
Oh, so close. So yeah, there's a wuss save in there, which would mean I don't have to do this bottom bit over and over and over again. It would save an awful lot of time. It's not too bad, but cliff jumps are never my favourite thing in the world anyway, so not having that extra save there is a little bit annoying. But since I'm going to probably take ages getting... That was dreadful, getting up to it. How did the motorbike segment come about?
I wanted to... so this path's a tribute to Alex the Kid. Alex the Kid in Miracle World, particularly, which was a game from my childhood. And, yeah, quite a few of the levels allow you to buy a motorbike and go through them. So it was a tribute to that, really. It was, I was actually quite happy with it because, you know, Sublime was my first time using Game Maker, and I was like, yay, I made a scrolling screen. I was really happy with that back then. It felt like a feat.
Far more awkward to control, though.
It originally didn't have a motorbike. The motorbike sprite is courtesy of Ruben.
Oh.
Quite a few contributions to Sublime.
Wow, that was dreadful.
Yeah, Ruben's the guy who made Hereditary Baldness.
Along with yourself? Or bits
Yeah,
of it?
I helped with it, but it's mainly his project. We help each other out.
Whoops. No, I did not want to do that. So, as you can see, I hate cliff jumps. These aren't all that bad.
I think this section was slightly inspired by the cliff jump section from I Want to Be Like Zoop as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I wouldn't really have a problem with it other than the last jump. I wouldn't say the last jump is like really, really bad either, but it's just having to kind of do, damn it, do the whole, you know, the bit getting up to it every time.
Yeah, it's a bit of
honestly, yeah, I wouldn't have to do if it wasn't on, on hard mode.
It's not a straightforward gate jump either. It's a little bit more.
Well, they're not kind of like standard spikes either, so there's probably just a little bit of the sprite to kind of, or the sprite obviously of the obstacle to kind of pay more attention to. Yes, good. Nice. Don't want to get stuck on that for ages. Okay, so I'm going to reset now because I have a kind of a set time when I want to jump down here, and that was bad. I do have a set time that I want to jump down, so let's make it a bit better. Because I want to jump on this block just as the frogs have kind of gone over my head. So now, this bit kind of, well, if you know where you're going, it's not too bad. But if you don't know where you're going, there are all manner of tricks and traps lying around, and you were quite evil in this section.
Wow. Nice.
No!
Oh.
I screwed up the double jump at the end. No!
That was a really good run as well.
First real run as well. That's dreadful. First proper run where I hadn't screwed up within the first, a bit like that. First 5 seconds. No, I'm gutted about that. I thought that was going to look so impressive as well.
Oh, it had to happen.
I do find I screw up so much on that final bit as well, just for whatever reason. All the intricacies in this bit, and I screw up on the last. That was dreadful. The last jump, and it's not even like your traditional cliff jump or anything. It's not that bad. I swear sometimes I've whoa, dreadful, single jumped off that bit and still somehow made it.
I imagine you probably could. I don't think the distance is that far from the first block, so.
Oh, I keep doing that now. So apologies to those of you watching about that I'm not kind of showing off. I might do maybe in a little extra bit or something, like showing off all the various screw you moments if I was going a different way, because obviously this is a little bit of a convoluted path. Oh, why did I not double jump there? But yeah, I'm kind of keen at the moment, particularly not to kind of die over and over again.
Yeah. I suppose you could do a blooper section or something if you really wanted to do that. Oh, it wouldn't really be bloopers, but yeah.
For instance, I'm way behind here. The screen's kind of caught up with me way too quickly.
You should still be able to pull this off.
Yes!
There you go.
Okay. So, I'm not going to fall for the deliciously evil... You might notice that... I'll pause at the top. You might notice that the grass, or the ground there, is a slightly faded colour. For goodness sake, do not fall down that with the motorbike. You have to do the whole bloody section all over again, as I will now demonstrate. So yeah, happy to demonstrate that on the after I've died, but yeah, do not fall in that when you're on the motorbike. I was so angry.
You know, the grass didn't used to be discoloured when John did it.
Okay. Well. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, now is the time, yep, really, after about 4 screens on, now is the time to go and get that eye block we saw. Yes, we really do have to do this much backtracking. Why in the world did you make it so you had to do this?
I don't know, just, yeah. Seemed like a good idea.
I kind of got caught wind of it just from... Let's just hope I don't get random screwed up here. Oink. Oh, and by the way, yeah, hold left when you enter this screen or that spike will really piss you off. And I don't particularly... Well, I don't know if this jump is possible from here, but... And I was so annoyed on this because you had to, because I felt like if I was dying and I had to backtrack through the whole thing, it was only after I died a few times that my blood splattered a few places. And it splattered down here. And that block became apparent. So, like I said, I don't know if you can make the jump from here or not. It looks pretty tight, and every time I tried it, I couldn't manage it. But yeah, if you do die, you'll notice that blood splatters and these actually become visible. Or it looks, oh no, there's outline of the block here. So that's how you get over there, or much easier anyway. Another nice little screw you moment after spending a minute getting back to the screen. Well, that's the eye block.
I couldn't. I'm not sure if you can actually do the jump with the spike. I mean, it looks doable. I just never managed to do it.
Mm-hmm. I've
I
gone
don't know,
through that
maybe.
way too quick, haven't I? So let's restart there. It's not exactly too difficult. So as you can see here, actually no, let me die. Let me go to the floor. Yep, all the spikes kind of, well, spikes that you couldn't see before rise up, so we have to go across this area at a certain height. So yeah, shoot the parts of the wall to get you this block or this platform to go over, and that's how you get across. Now there would be a wolf save here, but which I could have used. But as I say, I don't find path one. I mean, you know, there aren't that many extra wolf saves, are there? Really, on path one, or that I found anyway.
Oh, I could show some. Some that's. I didn't realise I'd actually put this in there, but do you know you can walk out of the castle once you've gone in?
Okay, let's. Okay. Thank you for the extra death.
I might need to fix that.
That block rises, and we're fine. I say that I think that's the last wuss save that would really kind of be there anyway. I say the only one that I find really that I'd really like to have there is the one in the motorcycle room at the beginning, because I've got to do that cliff jump climb over and over again. But other than that, I don't really have a problem with path one on hard mode. Okay, so now I'm going to restart, and I'm going to not hit the wrong button, because if I start this off right from the beginning, I have a nice little technique that will allow me to do that pretty much every time. That's going to catch everyone out the first time they try it. Another one hit. And another save. Yay.
Good progress.
Decent progress. Thank you, music. Right, let's go over here. Ordinarily I probably wouldn't have to do this because I already know this. Kind of got it memorised, but you'll need, if you're playing this first time, you'll need to go over here to find out what the password is. So, skull, star, what is that third one? I call it wave and then fish, so what is this?
I think I've always called it wave as well. I mean, the game, as a kid, doesn't really tell you what it is, or not to my knowledge, so wave works, I guess. Zeke called it a moustache, so...
Okay.
Either works.
Double M.
Yeah.
I've got used to calling it wave, so whatever anyway. And yes, I realise I'm spoiling a potential clue from path 2 here, but what I would be if I could pull it off correctly. If I could pull it off correctly. There. And now I'll go over here so you can see where it's positioned. But yeah, I will point out the clue in path 2 that directs to that eye block when we get there. I don't think this is very nicely timed, no, but I was kind of coming at it from not the time I wanted anyway, so when I come at it at the right time, I'm fine. And be careful here. Why?
I had to introduce Jenkins somehow.
Yeah. Most people, I suspect, well, myself included, would probably just kind of jump further to the right here to avoid the spikes. So spikes hanging down there. So yeah, it feels like one you shouldn't kind of fall into, but you always do.
This screen's fairly easy.
Yes, it is. I was about to think I was about to die there, but yeah, you obviously see this hollowed out area or slightly discoloured area here. You obviously need to hide in there while the spikes rise up. And let's not screw up the password. So skull, star, wave, fish. And that's kind of at our first boss. But I guess we've been kind of going on for quite a little bit, so I might kind of leave it there for the moment. So, hope you've enjoyed this first video of I Want to Be the Sublime. Anything to add, Liam?
No, I mean, I'm just impressed at the speed that you've managed to go to the first boss. Yeah, good job.
Thank you. I mean, not been practicing to the point of view of doing this an awful lot, but it has been becoming one of my firm favourites in the series. So I kind of have been going back to it from time to time, and just kind of probably not some of the later parts. They're kind of annoying, but parts 1 and 2 are generally kind of okay. Not on hard mode, admittedly, but yeah, I feel like I'm kind of very familiar with path 1 and kind of know where everything is. So
okay. Yeah, cool.
So yeah, I'm glad you're suitably impressed.
Just keep up the pace for the other paths.
There's no chance that'll happen. So yeah, so I probably will leave it there, and I might kind of continue a little bit of, or for a little bit of the remainder of the game, kind of on my own. But I'm certainly going to kind of invite you back for path 3, Liam.
Okay, that'll be
because that is going to be an absolute bitch. It's going to take me an eternity to do, and it would be really nice, I guess, just to have some company and not just be constantly raging at myself when I suck terribly at it.
Sure, man, that'd be cool.
Okay, so yeah, I will leave it there. So I hope you've enjoyed part 1 of I Want to Be Sublime. Next time, part 2, I hopefully will be beating. I'll certainly be taking him on, but hopefully I'll get around to beating the first boss. Until then, cheerio.